Molly May, will you come out to play? Your smile takes the edge off of the day, and you're a light that brightens.
This is Molly May, a Bod Pause Pod and other nice stuff with me, Molly May. Hi, Chabish. That's Molly May. I've never led with that before, but here I am, being me. I had a stressy week, and I picked off, it's so skanky to say, but I picked off all of my gel manicure and like ripped my fingernails down to the nubbins, and that hasn't happened since like 2012. So I'm like, I was just chewing my fingernails when I started, which is why I'm like, that is not Chrissy Teigen behavior. That is Molly May behavior. I have something to tell you, and I wasn't going to tell it, but this pod, through my somehow spewing random shit out loud, really gives me a lot of answers. Like real deal therapy, right? So I wasn't going to tell this story because, well, you'll see. My dog humped my leg last night. Okay, see, now that I said it, I can't take it back. And I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't want you, like the royal you, all of you, the you sitting in your car, right, meow. I didn't want you to think that I had some pervy, gross dog. But because she's not, but like, I'm very confused by it, and I'm concerned, and it's a behavior that I would like to closely monitor. So it'll be like, I don't know, I foresee it being like when the landlord chopped down all my trees and I had to check in with you guys every minute of the day. You guys are like all fake in my head. It's just my mom and Johnny that listen. Just kidding. But I would like, I don't know. So Rosie, she's what? She's 2. A toddler. I don't know. So in dog years, she's 14 and something, right? Like, so I didn't think that girl dogs humped. But I was humped because she did it twice. I guess they do. So yeah, she's like 14 and change, and I guess, I mean, I can relate to that. It's, you know, a weird, interesting, confusing time to be a girl, you know, to be 14. And so, like, I did some old-fashioned Googling, because at first, like, I thought she was just playing. Okay? And then, I mean, then I, like, look, this is, like, so the first time I was like, rah, 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 like, playing back. But the second time, I mean, it was, like, back-to-back. It's not like she left the room and came back and humped my leg again. I don't want you to think she's, like, double pervy. So it's like the phenomenon of when you puke, you know, and you're like, you're really in the toilet for one puking session, but you're doing the act of barfing maybe like 7 times. I've never known if that means you're barfing once because it's one session, or you're barfing 7 times because it comes up 7 times. So this was only one humping session. She was humping my leg. I was lying down, and then I sat up. I mean, like, I hollered. I was like, "Are you?" I looked at her like, I was like, "Are you seriously humping my leg right now?" It's like exactly how I said it, because I mean, like, that's what it felt like. But I had I've never been humped by a dog. So now I'm faced with the reality that no one is ever going to come over to my house again, because you're just going to think that you're going to come over and get humped by my girl dog You won't. 'Cause I need to fix it. So I did like the whole Googling thing like anyone would do. And she could have either been A, showing dominance over me, which like maybe she's like scared and timid and she's never had the opportunity to dominate anything. So maybe she just like felt so comfortable and she was like, I'm king of the mountain. Or B, the internet really said this. She could have been flirting with me. It's a little forward, but C, attention seeking, which is probably fucking accurate because I started watching Gossip Girl again from the beginning. And this occurred after about like 4 episodes into my binging sesh. And D, I learned apparently girl dogs hump just as much as boy dogs do. And that it's completely normal. So that legit was a relief. Like, nice for me. But initially, I was like, the only thing I could think of, it was like, oh, shit. Like, we've been giving girl dog these little estrogen pills every day from her vet because she's a real lady. And, like, this is just her estrogen, like, raging its ugly head in masturbation. So I feel like, I don't know, kind of like I walked in on my dog masturbating. Like, what do I do? Like, does she need more walks? Does she need more time with her boyfriend, Kevin? I don't know. She's only 2. I can't, am I like, I think dogs aren't humans, I know, but like, I don't know. Okay, so like that's the other thing. Like I have never seen her hump Kevin, nor has Kevin ever humped Rosie. Like wouldn't she try it on another dog first? No, or like this is like human behavior. It's like this is what she does like when I leave for work. Like she probably's, no, I'm not going to say it like I'm going to manifest it. Like if I leave for work, does she hump the couch? I used to hump the couch when I was little, so she might. She's a lot like me. So I'm not ready to be the parent of a teenager, a masturbating teenager. It's natural, I guess, and I should treat her like if she was a child that I caught masturbating on my leg and politely tell her, dear sweet angel girl, there is a time and a place, and it is never, ever, ever on your mother's leg. But I'm not her mom. I'm not her mom. I am her owner. I don't know, guys. Write in or something. Can you guys write in a letter? Like, scribe me some advice. It's like, this is now like the opposite of an advice pod. I just dish in the microphone about all like this shit around me, and you can send me cursive and Danielian penned letters about how to fix all of the wicked in my life. Like, no one is ever going to come over again. This is insane. Why did she do that? She has never. Rosie. I can't get over it. On to the next one. Who to follow? What if I said Chrissy Teigen? Like, oh, you're not following Chrissy Teigen? You should follow Chrissy Teigen. Someday she'll probably be an official Who to Follow. It'll probably be next week. Because next week will be like, oh, what am I going to talk about? I guess I'll talk about Chrissy Teigen. Just fucking wait till I talk about Chrissy Teigen. It's like the exact same thing when I said I'm not going to talk about the chiropractor. But then the next week I'm like, we're going to talk about the chiropractor. But for reals, I'm going to throw my favorite selfie feed at you. And that belongs to Kenneth Senegal at He Flawless. And yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. One of my favorite makeup inspos. He Flawless fucking perfectly can execute any look. And the perfect feed, especially for like when you're bored or uninspired or just like feeling, because He Flawless is like consistently posting new makeup trends, like from a yellow graphic eyelid to galaxy lips to a natchy glow. Like He Flawless can do it all. Like I will get stuck in a palette for like a month and forget that I have all this makeup at my disposal. And like I have an entire studio. There's like one entire wall. We'll post a pic. I have one entire wall of my studio. This giant shelf that's just dedicated to my makeup. And like I'll like get into a funk or like a rhythm of just like one, like I'll be doing burnt sienna eyes for a month. And I'll be like, But this follow is just like a perfect little corner of the internet that really reminds you that makeup can make any outfit, and even like an outfit that you've already worn, like make it new again. So I love it. And please, please, please can continue to do it because you're fucking gorgy and I love you. I can't believe my dog humped my leg. I don't like it. Like, I feel very uncomfortable. Like, will I ever be able to look her in the eyes again? Oh, shnikes. Okay. The song of the week is Daz by Brick. So, my buddy Emily and I are driving along in her automobile, and this silver, I'm going to call it a silver Mercedes convertible. I have no idea what it was. Don't even remember if it was silver, but it was a convertible, and silver Mercedes convertible sounds right or something. Pulls up next to us, a gorgeous gay couple and their perfect golden doodle. And they are getting their lives to this song. And it was a song that we didn't know. But their music was so loud that from inside Emily's car, I was just like, hey Siri, Shazam this. That she picked up on their song. She's like, oh, that's Daz by Brick. So we turn it up. We're stopped at a red light. That's an important part to the story. So then we blast Daz, which is the same song that they are being epically amazing to next to us, which is just like this perfect funk jam. And the light turns green right as they realize that we turned up the same song as them, and they speed off. And the man in the passenger seat does a full stand up and turn around because they like this silver Mercedes convertible had some real get up and go. So we were like putzing along behind him. So the man in the passenger seat does a full stand up, turn around, and blows us a kiss. And in my memory, he's wearing a white silk scarf. Again, I'm positive this is real life, but the moment was so perfect that this is, it's how it was. It's my truth. And like it's just how it was so perfect. And Emily and I were just like glowing for the rest of the day. Like, how can you not? That's like the sign off of a movie And like now, like especially we're gifted this little gift of this sweet little biffer jam. Like, don't you just die for funk? Like there needs to be more funk dance nights. Like my ultimate favorite music to dance to. So like I like it when I'm dancing really hard, right? And then the song is of the tempo where I can take a break and slow it way down and still look really good. Like that's the gift of funk, where you can pick up like 3 different variations of beats like back to back to back and still look cool. You can do anything to funk and look cool and feel cool. I bet doing it to funk would be fun too. Guys, is something wrong with my dog? I don't know enough about owning a dog, I think. It's like one thing leads to another thing leads to this fucking dog humping my leg. What I can't take off this week. I seriously think that I've had this one before, and that just goes to show you how good it is. But the weather has been weird, and I've actually literally washed it 3 times this week because every time I wear it, it somehow gets all gunked up. It's just like a sign that I can truly be myself in it and be a slobbishy slob. And it's just so perfectly perfect. It's my Glossier sweatshirt. Yes, I bought a sweatshirt from my favorite makeup company. Glossier does not sell clothes. Glossier sells makeup. That's how fangirly I am for them. But it's like, it's the perfect heather gray. You know, like when you find a good one, it's like, yeah. With exposed seams and glossy vinyl letters. Like it's simple and it's snugsy and it's become my sweet little comfort blanket. And I swear to God, it has been my what I can't take off this week, which is so interesting because it's one of the few things in my wardrobe that I will wear multiple times a week, like really and truly wear and wear and wear. And I treat it like a jacket, you know? Like I don't think there's anything better than a crew neck sweatshirt. Not a thing. Nothing beats it. J'adore. Yumtown. Long live Glossier, who have, by the way, just like completely changed the makeup game for me. I use their face wash, their moisturizer, their toner, their eyeshadows, their lid star, their glosses, boy brow. Oh my God, boy brow. Okay, I'll get there. Their blush, their lipstick. I mean, all of it. Okay, but boy brow is the best. It's like a tinted eyebrow gel. And before I had boy brow, I was doing like the penciling and the powdering and the full eyebrow moment, and then putting the gel over it. And this has completely replaced 3 very expensive products, which is very cute for me in my new personality where I save money. That was a little maniacal snort, but it's real. I've been saving money. It's cute. Plus, all of Glossier's shit comes with stickers, and my niece is my pen pal, and Johnny loves Glossier stickers, and nothing is cuter than seeing your husband walk around with his water bottle and a lipstick sticker on it. I love him so much. J'adore. Their perfume has become add this to the list. I also wear their perfume, and it's become one of my signature scents. And you know how one of my biggest fears is nose blindness, and that I smell like poop or bad breath or BO or like dirty feet or anything other than like good, nice ones. So this perfume is one that's in my repertoire, and I have an entire little special perfume station in my studio right by that entire ginormous shelf of makeup. It looks commercial in there. It's like you walked into a fucking Sephora, and all my perfumes are on this mirrored tray, and it's very Grandma Barb, very ornate, very special. And so, like, because of this fear, right, like I have this big perfume collection. So the clinical fear of smelling bad is diagnosed as olfactory reference syndrome. There's like nose blindness. This is a real thing. And I was going through all the little check marks that make this bad boy of olfactory reference syndrome up. And like, okay. Number 1, exaggerated fear of having extremely bad breath. Hello. Remember when I was going to be a dental hygienist? It's because I'm obsessed with picking in my mouth and picking in other people's mouths and getting all the stink out. 2, thoughts of having a foul, noticeable anal odor. Anal odor. I mean, like, I've talked about this before, and my fear of smelling like poop, and that I'm not wiping my butt good enough, and people crinkle or fold, and it's all very involved and very confusing, and I don't like it. 3, belief in having a foul, noticeable vaginal odor. Okay, this has been a fear of mine since I knew I had a vagina, and in college, my roommate and I used to pass notes back and forth in organic chemistry asking, can you smell my crotch from there? And that happened. I was real glad I'm not alone in that one. Number 4, fear of having a foul body odor. Like doy, that's exactly what all those other ones said. Websites are stupid. Number 6, math. Fear of having an unnatural, non-human, or chemical odor. Okay, there's one time I swear to God, fucking swear to God, that I smelled like anhydrous. Okay, next one. Believing others' behaviors or comments are related to the imagined odor. Example, another's cough, sneeze, or turning of the head is due to the alleged odor. You guys, I feel like this website just like snuck in my brain. Like this really hit the nail on the head for me. So like there are moments where I will be like, I'll be talking, having a fine conversation with fine, pleasant humans. Everything is nice and lovely. But then I will become so removed from the conversation because I'm positive, in my head I am positive that this woman just backed up half of a step because she could smell my breath. And then my brain does this thing where it's like, okay, she backed up because I have bad breath. Do I have halitosis? Is that why she backed up? If you talk again, you have to talk with your hand over your mouth. Or like, maybe she can smell your feet. You should scoot your feet under your chair. Like, you guys, it's wild. It's a thing. I was talking to my coworker about it today, and he's like, yeah, he's like, I will sit in meetings with my arms crossed, like what was her name? She sticks her, what's her name? Mary Catherine Gallagher. He's sitting there like Mary Catherine Gallagher because he's positive that he smells. But he doesn't. So he's like sitting in meetings thinking that he's a stinker bottom. But he's not. Okay, so then like I learned some of these compulsions that go around this olfactory reference syndrome. And it's excessive use of deodorants, perfumes, and mouthwash. Okay, so I was in the car with my buddy literally 3 days ago, and she looks at me. She's like, this is 5 minutes after me being in the car. She's like, can you like your perfume is kind of giving me a headache. Can you rub it off? And it was the Tom Ford Blanc, and it was sprayed all over my entire body, and panicky. And I'm like, oh my God, no, I can't rub it off. Like, fucking A, this is happening to me all the time. It's like, if I don't smell bad, I'm smelling too strong of the fear that I think that I have. And this is like the other edge case overcorrection problem that I thought that I had, right? So like, I can't win. And it's like, no, I can't rub it off. It's everywhere. So I sat there and like, as feedily as I could. Okay, the second compulsive behavior that goes around this is repeatedly checking the source of the alleged odor. I'll like take my pants off at the end of the day, and like before I fold them up, like I'll smell the butt and the crotch and be like, is this like really bad and stinky? Or I will notoriously check my breath in my hand. And that's like, if anyone has any way to properly check if you have bad breath, please do. Or tell me. Not please do. Please tell me. Please do that, guys. So like, I chew a shit ton of gum, and my teeth are all going to fall out. And then I'm going to have holes where my teeth were, and then I'm going to have that root hole thing, and that's going to stink and get, see? Okay, the third one, seeking reassurance from others that there is no odor. I walked up to a coworker last week and said, like I whispered to her, I was like, just let me like walk by you a bunch and you tell me if I smell bad, because I feel like there's like a smell about me. And I did like the walking back and forth, like briskly by her like 3 times. And then she's like, no, I can't smell anything. I was like, okay, well, let me twirl, like I wasn't creating enough wind. And she's like, no, but it's like terrible. It's a real thing. I need people to validate me that I don't smell bad. It's like, I had a cat once that sprayed like the pee spray on my fleece winter boots, and that just reminded me that my dog humped my leg. But I had this cat that sprayed on my fleece winter boots. I'm gonna start that again. And the entire shift at work the next day, I was like, who the fuck smells like cat pee? Like, who is it? Which one of you guys brought cat pee around? And it was me. Oh my God. And this is probably where it all stems from. Fucking Fanny. She had a lazy eye. Have you ever met a cat with a lazy eye? Like, of course I got her on Craigslist, and Doy. She fucking peed on my... She fucking gave me this disease. God. Okay, next one. Avoidance of social situations for fear that others will notice the smell. I don't know. It's not like I would never not go to the ball because these shoes make my feet smell bad. I don't know. I'd buy different shoes. I mean, I need more information on that one. Like, I find myself in a lot of weird social situations that I don't think qualify or adversely qualify or qualitative. I don't get that one. Moving on. Multiple visits to doctors regarding the odor. So this hasn't happened to me. Well, maybe a little. Not like the doctor, but I would be remiss if I had told you that I hadn't thought about going to the doctor for like maybe like once a month. But like going to the doctor to see if I smell normal. No, I've never done that. But every time I'm at the dentist, I ask them like at least 10 times, do I have halitosis? Can you smell my breath? Like seriously, can you tell me? Like tell me. And it's almost like at that point, and they're always just like, no, you don't have bad breath, but tongue scrapers are great. Like, fucking bitch, I have a myriad of tongue scrapers. And it's almost like at that point, like a diagnosis of, yes, you have bad breath. You need a root canal. That would be a relief. Right? I mean, not like the root canal part, but usually that's like what makes your mouth smell like a dead, rotten cat. Like getting that diagnosis that I do have bad breath, rather than this fear of smells that I live in. People are like, let go of your fear, but this is different. Like, imagine if I knew I smelled bad. Like, the fear would be gone. Or like I could move on and properly medicate, right? Because that's how medicine works. But yeah, nose blindness is a very, very, very real thing. Like when you go, it's like this fear that I smell bad from nose blindness. Because like, okay, case in point, when you go to someone's house and their house has a very distinct smell. So like my Grandma May's house had the most distinct smell. And my auntie bought it after Grandma died. And we call it the Villa. And it's our ultimate family hangout. It's so great. And it's like the gift that keeps giving. Because like we keep getting to go to Grandma's house to hang out together. It's so amazing. But they fixed the roof after Grandma died. And they shoveled out. They shoveled out 50 pounds of bat shit from the ceiling. So like, oh, that wasn't the smell of Grandma's house. That was the smell of bat shit. And we all love it. Or like my mom has this, she has this one plug-in in her good bathroom. And it's like one of those Bath and Body Works wallflowers plugins. Bath and Body Works wallflowers. So funny. And the name of this, the clicker bottom fragrance, you know what I'm talking about? The pod, what do you call them? The actual wallflower juice. The juice. It's called Black Silk. And it's disconnected. It's discontinued. My dog humped my leg. It's disconnected. It's all disconnected. And I love the smell so much. And it's discontinued that I bought a shit ton of it on Amazon. If anything is discontinued, you can still buy it on Amazon. Pro tip, guys. So I bought, I spent way more on it than I ever would have if I would have properly bought it back when Bath and Body Works still produced Black Silk. Because I wanted my entire house to smell like Mom's good bathroom. Because I'm very afraid of smell, so I'll spend any amount of money to fix it. But I can't. I can't smell it in my own house. Like, are my outlets not working? So I'll like go to Mom's house and I'll go in the good bathroom and I'm like, oh my God, that Black Silk is so amazing. Why the fuck doesn't my house smell like this? I have I have a wallflower unit in every room. So like those Febreze commercials, like the whole nose blindness thing, like that, the whole nose blind campaign. I think they still do. I think it started like an entire decade ago. They created monsters. It was like my cat Fanny and Febreze created monsters. And I think that we're all just walking around because of fucking Febreze thinking that we all smell so fucking trashy. But I'm like, okay, so in college, in the dorms, there was this girl that didn't know how to do laundry. So she would just hang all of her laundry around her room. And I'm talking like dirty underwear, dirty socks, like all of it. And just douse it in Febreze. Thinking that like that will be laundry. And like that's not okay. That smells like dirty underwear masked in Febreze. And like Febreze doesn't stick around forever. It makes my throat thick. She was not my friend. I just know that she did it. How mean of me to say that. She was not my friend. Redact. But yeah, it's the example of nose blindness is real. And in high school, I had a friend who would use Febreze as a perfume, which is, it was when Febreze was new, you know? And okay, which is more understandable, but like in the okay way if you're going to wear Febreze, if you are ever going to wear it. As like a freshener, right? So, you know, like spray 3 times in the air and then walk through it. Like she always smelled fine. She didn't need to refresh herself with Febreze. Maybe it's like the equivalent of like taking a dryer sheet and like rubbing it in your orifices. I made that up right now. I've never done it. I don't know anyone that does it, but I guess it's like the equivalent of wearing. It's not the equivalent of wearing Febreze as a perfume. I don't know. She smelled fine. It's just a cute memory. So I'm just one of those girls that will always have a giant perfume collection because A, I'm afraid that I smell bad from every angle, from every orifice, and B, nose blindness is real. And so I used to wear perfume and just like I'd have one bottle at a time, like most normal people, until the bottle was out. And by the first few wears of said perfume, I couldn't smell it anymore. Like if I put it on again the next day and the next day and the next day. But if I wear a different perfume every day, not only am I keeping everyone on their toes, but I can smell the perfume every time. And it's fun to have signature scents for certain occasions, I found out. And this actually was my buddy Molly's idea. So like when I got married, I wore Estee Lauder Modern Muse Chic. And I wear it on every date and anniversary. And it's like a precious little scent booster. You know, and like when you smell, it's amazing how when you smell things, it can trigger memories. And like, that's my romancy smell. And like when I go to work, I'll spritz on Glossier U or Tom Ford because I think that they have more of an easy daytime palette, but apparently not because I choked my friend out in the car the other day. And my girl Emma whipped me up my own special the batch of something special from Joe Malone. So she like went to the Joe Malone store perfumery, I don't know what you call it, and described me to the woman, and she made a scent for me that Emma used to describe me. And so it's like it's more woodsy than floral, and so it has like, it's like almost more cologne-y, more heavy. strong. It's strong. I'm waiting now. I don't know. It's just good. Can I just tell you it's good? Nodes of love and loyalty and friendship. I guess. I don't know. She could have walked in there and be like, she is mean to me. But she didn't, because it smells really good. And it perfectly mixes with my pheromones. And it's one of my most favorite things. And it's so special to me that I barely ever wear it. Because I never, ever, 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 ever want it to run out. Because it's the one. It's the Joe Malone MOLLYMAY by Emma Poppins. So good. So I have a high school best friend, different from the Febreze one, that always wears Jennifer Lopez. And always has since sophomore year. And every time I hug her, I expect to smell it. And I do. And it's like my eyes roll back in my head. And I'm 16 all over again. And I hug her forever because I love her so much and she smells so good. Like usually when you hug someone and your like face is like in their hair, you like you're holding your breath. But when I'm hugging her, it's like a full, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good to smell. You smell so good. I think it's J-Lo that she wears. Did Mariah Carey have a perfume? Oh, I mean, of course she did. I think, or it's shit. It could be Jessica Simpson. Ooh, I'll find it out. But I ask her every time I hug her what she's wearing, and like I thank her for continuing to wear this scent. And it's a good thing I can't remember what it is, because if I bought it, I'd become noseblind to it, and it wouldn't be so special anymore. But like, how is she still getting this perfume from 2002, and like, how does it still smell so good and fresh and nice? I can't believe my dog humped my leg last night. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna leave you with this. Brush and floss. Don't use scented soap on your vag. Change your underwear. And wear deodorant at least when it's hot out. Or some sort of natural something. And you'll more than likely be fine. Statistically, you'll be fine. I should take some of my own medicine. But a nice perfume collection doesn't hurt either. I love you, Chibish. Bye. I'm gonna take care of that humping dog.
And if you got this far in the pod, I'm impressed as fuck and really grateful to have you listening. If you want to know more information about me or the show, check out the show page on matriarchdm.com, where we host all of the What I Can't Take Off, our progressive Spotify playlist from the songs of the week, and obviously the reminder of who to follow for the week, all in a nice little fucking Matriarch Digital Media bow. Theme song is MOLLYMAY by Ben Karen. Like, I'll never get over saying that. It's so good, right? Thanks for listening. You're so cute.